G'day, that slot car guy here, and welcome back to the slot car review. And I've got a special little custom slot car to show you. That's right, custom. It's an area I don't think we talk about enough in slot car. Here it is. What is it? Well, stick around and let's talk about my little custom Landrover. So welcome back to the slot car review, and yes, I've gone custom slot cars. It's an area within our slot car community I don't believe gets enough attention. And to start it off, I've got this little, I'm gonna guess it's a 135 scale Landrover. I'm guessing it's a Landrover, it's not badged, ambulance troop carrier. This thing is really, really cool. The reason it's cool, it's custom. Somebody's purchased this die-cast shell or car, and I'm guessing it's 135 because it's not 132, and it's been affixed to a Scalatrix C122 chassis perfectly, and this is a running slot car slash die-cast car, and it got me thinking, this is the most basic form of custom slot cars that you can do. Anyone can do this, whether it's executed nicely or not, but this anyone can do. And I was thinking, die-cast cars, RC cars, they've got a huge following when it comes to custom work. Of course, RC cars, huge drift following. You can put your intercoolers, you can do crazy paint jobs, rims, body kits, you name it. And the same as die-cast cars, the 164 cars that people modify, change, create their own, put two cars together. I used to do that prior to slot car, heavily slot car collecting, and I still love that side of the die-cast car world. But within the slot car community, we have the same artists, the same creators, and this is one little example of what you can do with a slot car. Now, I'll go to something that's very common and happens every day. It is drag racing. And this drag race car that I've got beside me, or this drag car, I purchased in a slot car lot, and I came in a slot car box, and this was at the very back. And I pulled it out and went, yes, I've always wanted the drag car. I've never drag raced before. But it's awesome. It's a 124 scale plastic shell that's been put onto a ready-made chassis. Yes, you can brass make or scratch build your own chassis or digital print. The sky's the limit now within any hobby, whether it's RC, die-cast or slot car, and create your own drag car. Now this thing would have had full interior, would have had its plastic motor painted, because there's some rules and regulations that does say that this car needs to be complete when you're drag racing. But again, this has been happening in our hobby for a very long time, and I've seen some truly beautiful drag cars have been made by their creators and have gone unheard or unseen. Now, one area or one person that really highlights this area of slot cars is Slot Car Mods, and I'll put up his banner. Check out his magazine, his online magazine. He always delves into custom work cars, which I think it needs more exposure, and I'm going to be purchasing more. And I'll probably try and create my own custom slot cars, because it's an area that I think it needs a dedicated channel, even a dedicated YouTube, Instagram page, because some of the stuff I've seen are incredible. But this little beauty got me thinking. Very simple, you can do it. But a question to you, have you made a custom slot car? Are you making a custom slot car? Hit my comments. And if you can, I've got my email in the description. Send me some photos, because I'd love to show off some custom work in my next coming videos. But let's zoom in on this thing and have a look what the creator has done, how he has made it, and we will take this little beast for a spin around my track. So let's take a look at this little Landrover and see what's inside. So let's take a closer look at this little Landrover, this little beast. And yes, I've got the doors open because it is a die-cast body that's been affixed to a Scalatrix chassis. And how cool is that? Imagine having slot cars with opening body parts, whether it's the bonnet, the boot, or the doors. But I'll close them up. It is die-cast. It's a little bit top-heavy, and there's a big plastic section back here. Let's flip it upside down. This is where the magic happens. That is the C122 Scalatrix mini chassis, which has been married to this die-cast body perfectly. Now, the creator has put 3 new screw locators and also glued some button magnets on the rear, 2 of them. This is, I believe, the original Scalatrix motor, or a Scalatrix motor, and it appears that the axles and the rims are from a Mini of that era, and the tyres, I believe. Now, I hope the creator is watching this, because I did buy this from Melbourne, Australia on eBay, and I would love to get the person's input on how they created it and what other works they've got going, because I believe the eBay store, they have some more custom slot cars on the work. So really cool. And of course, this is the basic form of custom work. Anyone can do this. This is done really well, but this is a working slot car. So let's get it around my track and see what this little beast can do as a lap time. Now, keep in mind, it is a bit tricky to drive, but I can't wait to see what lap time this thing pulls out. So how did this custom little beast perform around my track? Well, it did a 14.16, which I think is seriously impressive. A little bit top heavy being die cast, but 14.16, can't complain with that. If the creator, if you are watching this channel, please, any more info on this car or any other cars you've got upcoming, hit my comments and let us know, because this is seriously cool. If you are a YouTuber doing YouTube reviews for slot cars, please, if you can, introduce some custom work if you have access to it. This is an area we all need to speak about a lot more. And of course, check out Slot Car Mods, because he is always talking about stuff like this in his online magazine. Really, really good friend of mine, and I think he does a great job for the community. But as always, at that slot car guy on Instagram and YouTube. If you do make custom slot cars, hit up my email and let me know. Send me some pics. But be safe. Take care. Ciao.
Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side.